Happy hump day. We have a midweek parlay for you. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back into another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven. We got an action-packed show for you today. A ton of hitter matchups, ton of pitcher matchups, three best bets, and a midweek hump day parlay. That's right. We could not wait till Friday. We are doing a parlay today. Real quick before we get started, smash that like button, leave a comment. You guys are crushing it. This channel is growing, and we are so close to 3,000 subscribers, hoping to hit it by the end of the week. So help us out with that. We really appreciate it. You guys have been awesome. Guys, I am excited for this show. I'm gonna get right into it. First, real quick though, congrats to Shohei Ohtani. He did pass Babe Ruth for the most Ks by a two-way player for whatever that's worth. But I think that's pretty cool. Whatever Shohei does is pretty cool right now. So, anyways, buckle up. It is time. Let's go over the bets recap page. All right, here we go. Over 9 A's and Yankees minus 110 was a winner, easy winner too. Cubs money line tied it at 4, had chances late in the game, blew it, then blew it in the ninth. That sucked. Under 9 Marlins D-backs. That was like 6-1 early in the game and not much scoring after. We squeaked out a win there. And then the Yurfie parlay, guys. We hit 1 of 2. It wasn't bad. Red Sox Braves. Matt Olson 2-run bomb in the first. Padres Twins 6 up, 6 down. Yep, thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate that. But 2 and 2, one of them being a half unit. So it was a profitable day, up zero point 0.3 units. Nothing special, but it is better than the losing day. We are up 1.53 units now for the year. It was a ho hum day. I'm ready to get back into the winning ways, and I mean a big win. Let's get right into those hitter matchups. All right, here we go. For those of you that love hitter matchups, we got 9 of them for you. Let's go. Let's dive right in. Trey Mancini, 11 for 32 with 1 bomb versus Jordan Montgomery. Christian Yelich, 9 for 26 versus Clayton Kershaw with 2 home runs. Kershaw's the man, though. Juan Soto, 9 for 25, 3 doubles and 2 home runs versus Pablo Lopez. And then we got Salvador Perez of the Kansas City Royals. He is 7 for 23 with 2 home runs versus Lance Lynn. I feel like we're adding Perez every day, it seems like. Chris Bryant, 7 for 18 with 2 home runs versus Rich Hill. And then we got Mookie Betts. He is 9 for 16, 4 doubles, and a bomb versus Wade Miley. And then the last 3 are all on the same team with the Phillies. Castellanos, 6 for 22 with 2 home runs versus Kevin Gausman. Trey Turner, 7 for 21, 2 doubles versus Kevin Gausman. And Bryce Harper, 8 for 18 with 1 bomb versus Gausman. So Philly's got some hitters that can hit Gausman, and they're at home. So just something to think about. Take a screenshot, do whatever you got to do if you're a big hitter prop guy. There's 9 of them for you, and we got a ton of pitcher ones, so let's dive right into that. All right, here we go. We got 7 good pitcher matchups. A couple of them you're going to wonder why I'm putting it on, but I'll let you know. So here we go. That starts with Eduardo Rodriguez of the Detroit Tigers. He is facing the Cleveland Guardians. Guardians only have the 15th highest K percentage versus lefties, so they're right in the middle of the pack. But I gotta mention him because last time he faced the Guardians this year, he had 10 strikeouts. That's right. He did face the Orioles twice, who strike out less versus lefties, and he had 6 and 5 for whatever that's worth. So, but 10 Ks versus the Guardians last time. Not seeing 10 again by him, but check where that line is at. And then the other one on the other side of the mound in the same game, Peyton Battenfield versus the Tigers. Tigers' sixth highest K percentage versus righties. Battenfield has 21 Ks in 24.1 innings. He had 5 versus the Tigers in his second start of the season. So just want to let you know he's already faced him just like Rodriguez has. And then we got Clayton Kershaw, number 3, the big one, versus the Milwaukee Brewers. One of the best lefties on the mound versus one of the worst hitting teams versus lefties. The Brewers have the highest K percentage versus lefties. Kershaw, as elite as he is, 48 Ks in 42.2 innings. I don't know what he's done, but he has found his youth again so far this year. We'll see if he can make it through the whole year. But next one, Josiah Gray versus the Giants. I'm including this even though it says the Giants have the 11th highest K percentage versus righties at home. I wanted to make sure you guys knew that at home they strike out less because on the road the Giants strike out the most in the league. So if you just kind of go over the numbers and just in general, I think they're top 3 right now if you just look at that. But when it comes to them being at home, they're only 11th highest. So I just want to get that out for you guys, just to let you guys know. Gray is pitching really well this year, but he has 37 Ks and 38.2 innings. All right, here we go. Jordan Montgomery versus the Cubs. Cubs have the 4th highest K percentage versus lefties at home, which is where they're going to be at. And Monty, 38 Ks in 41 innings this year. Next one, Pablo Lopez. We've talked about him a lot. He is facing the Padres. Padres' third highest K percentage versus righties, and Lopez has 54 strikeouts in 43 innings. He has 7 plus strikeouts in every start except one. That may or may not be talked about in a little while. All right, here we go. Seth Lugo versus the Twins. Twins, second highest K percentage at home versus righties. Lugo, 31 Ks and 33.2 innings. He's pitched pretty well this year. He's been between 5 and 7 strikeouts every single start except one. He had 3 versus the Cubs one game. So you're going to notice, I think I have a couple games that have both pitchers on both teams. So it's kind of weird how that matched up, but that's just how it worked out. Those are the best pitcher matchups today. It is time for bet number one. All right, game number one, the Detroit Tigers versus the Cleveland Guardians. Guardians money line minus 130, Tigers money line plus 110, over under of 7.5 runs. Real quick before I get into this, I just have to mention this. The Guardians as a team have 19 home runs this year. That's it, 19 home runs. The Rays have 75. Just to give you an idea, it is insane. Guardians are dead last. It's not even close. Pete Alonso and Max Muncy, Max Muncy, that's a good name. Max Muncy, they each have 12 home runs. That's right, 12. They're 12 19ths of the way there to the whole Guardians team. The record for the lowest amount of home runs since 1961, when they changed the schedule, is the Houston Astros. They had 49 in 1979. I think the Guardians can get more than 49, but we will see. That's thanks to my co-host Ryan for looking that up for me. All right, here we go. In this game, I got a best bet, and I can't believe I'm doing it again. They already won for us. It is the Tigers money line at plus 110. The wrong team is favored. I don't understand it. On the mound for the Tigers, their ace, their stud, Eduardo Rodriguez, the lefty. He has given up 2 runs only in the last 34.2 innings. Let that sink in. He is dominating. He's given up a lot less hard contact on his fastball this year, only 17.6% when he gave up 30% hard contact on it last season. 8 innings, 0 earned runs, and 10 Ks versus the Guardians on April 18th. That's as elite as it gets. It's insane. The Guardians, by the way, the fourth worst WRC plus, the third worst OPS, the fifth worst batting average. All of these are versus left-hand pitching. They can't hit lefties. Rodriguez is a stud. On the other side, Peyton Battenfield for the Cleveland Guardians, 4.07 ERA. He did pitch well against the Tigers earlier this year, but since then, in 13.2 innings, he gave up 9 runs. He's not a great pitcher. He's not terrible so far. He hasn't been terrible so far, but he's not on Eduardo Rodriguez's level, that's for sure. So, Guardians, they have lost all 5 games that Battenfield has started. Enough said, right? The much better starting pitcher. These two teams are not much different. If you look at the records, you look at the bullpens, you look at the lineups, it's not a ton different, guys. I like the Tigers. The value is too high. This should be like a minus 110, minus 110 pick 'em, I think. But Tigers money line plus 110 is my best bet. Let's move on to game number 2. All right, here we go. The San Diego Fathers versus the Minnesota Twinkies. Twinkies money line minus 125. The Padres money line plus 105. Over under of 8.5 runs. I'm going to keep this one short and simple. My best bet, we've bet him, it seems like 100 times now. Pablo Lopez over 6.5 Ks at minus 112. These odds are going to go up. I promise you that. I don't know why the line's at 6.5. Here's the deal, guys. He has struck out 7 plus guys, like I mentioned earlier, in every single start except one. That one he did not was against the Washington Nationals, where he had 6 Ks. So what that means is he has never struck out less than 6 guys in a game this year. That's insane. And now he gets the Padres, who have the third highest K percentage versus righties. Louis freaking Varland yesterday for the Twins was on the mound, and he struck out 6 Padres himself, and he sucks. Pablo Lopez over 6.5 Ks. Lock that sucker in. I also like the under in this game, just so you know. But Lopez over 6.5 Ks is my best bet. Let's move on to game number 3. All right, here we go. The third and final best bet before we hit that parlay. White Sox at the Royals. White Sox money line minus 130. Royals money line plus 110. Over under of 9 runs. Oh, by the way, before I dig into this, smash that like button. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. I can't believe how much I like this bet because it's on the Royals and it's a team total. Royals team total over 4 at minus 120 is my best bet in this game. Let's just show the matchup between Lance Lynn and this Royals offense. Lance Lynn, 30 earned runs in 39.1 innings this year. That's not good. 6.86 ERA. He does have around a 5 expected ERA, so he should have some positive regression, but it's not like positive regression down to a 3 ERA. He's still struggling. He's given up 9 home runs in 7 starts and 1 plus home run in every single game he's pitched in. Here's the deal. 3 plus earned runs given up in his last 6 starts. If he gives up 3 or 4 right there, I mean, we're going to have it right there. And then you throw on the fact that the White Sox have a bottom 5 bullpen. I just absolutely love it. Now, let's go to the Royals offense, who you probably are looking at like, come on, this Royals offense is terrible. Lately, that's not the case. They have scored 4 plus runs in 8 of their last 9 games. I know. I was just as shocked as you were. I know they've been hitting the ball better though. Since April 20th, for the last 3 weeks, they are now 11th in WRC plus versus righties and ninth in OPS. I mean, guys, this is the Royals team we're talking about. They were bottom 5 for a while. They are hitting the ball much better. Some of the young guys are hitting better, and now they get Lance Lynn, who has been struggling all season long, doesn't pitch well on the road. I just love this. I'm surprised it's 4. Some lines are going to be 4.5, and I don't mind that as long as you're getting good odds. I'll take the push factor at 4, but the Royals team total over 4. I expect them to get 5, 6, 7 runs in this game. That is my third and final bet. Now it is time for the midweek parlay. All right, it is time for the Wednesday parlay. We couldn't wait till Friday. Plus 350 on the parlay today. Here we go. Dodgers money line, Mariners money line, and under 9 in the Mets and Reds. All right, let's start with the Dodgers money line real quick. Clayton Kershaw on the mound. The Brewers are horrendous versus lefties. I've repeated it over and over. The highest K percentage, the worst WRC plus, the worst OPS. I mean, they are by far the worst hitting team versus lefties, and now they get one of the best in the league. Wade Miley's on the mound for the Brewers. Dodgers aren't great versus lefties, but they're better than the Brewers, and Wade Miley's nowhere near Kershaw. So I think the Dodgers get to him just enough, and I think they take care of business in that game. Second one, my Mariners, my boys, on my hat. Luis Castillo on the mound. He's the ace. You gotta win with the ace. He's going against Dane Dunning, who it looks like from his numbers has been more of a bullpen guy for most of the year. 4.46 ERA last year. It's Luis Castillo. You got to take care of business. You just absolutely have to. I know the Rangers are a better hitting team versus righties by far than the Mariners, but I don't think that matters. Luis Castillo is as good as it gets in the league. So I like the Mariners to win this game. And then the third one, under 9 Mets and Reds. Verlander is on the mound for the Mets. In his first start back last game, he gave up 2 runs in the first inning and then nothing else after that. He threw, I think, just shy of 80 pitches. I expect him to get stretched out even more. I don't think this young Reds team is going to be able to hit him. I expect him to have just enough to win this game or to keep this total under. On the red side is Hunter Green. Hunter Green is a guy who's a power arm, throws 100 million miles an hour. Every once in a while, he can give up some home runs, but this Mets team has been anything but impressive so far this year. I mean, they are struggling offensively. They're 17th right now in OPS. The Reds themselves are around 20th mark against righties. So these two teams are average to below average, and we got 2 good arms throwing. I expect this to go well under the total of 9. That is it. That is the parlay for Wednesday. It's a little tease. Hopefully, we can get a winner here before we hit that Friday parlay winner later. But plus 350, Dodgers money line, Mariners money line, under 9, Mets and Reds. Let's move to that bets recap page. There it is. Tigers money line at plus 110, going with the underdog. Our boy Pablo Lopez over 6.5 Ks at minus 112. And then the Royals team total over 4 versus Lance Lynn at minus 120. And then the Wednesday parlay at plus 350. Dodgers money line, Mariners money line, under 9, Mets and Reds. Let's have a day, guys. We have a big Wednesday slate of games. We got day baseball. It is going to be a ton of fun. Hopefully, you guys are tracking it and you're in that Discord having some fun with us. We'll sweat it out all day long. Thank you guys for the support. We made it through the whole show. Appreciate it. Leave a comment what your best bet is, what you think of mine. If you have any questions, anything like that. Thanks again. We'll talk to you guys later.